So you guys are really gonna love this episode of Mindless Sketch. I have a special guest, Sinner City. He's a music artist, producer, and much, much more. He's gonna go over with you about his new EP that is already out, and you get to listen to it. There will be some links for you in the description to go check it out and where to find it. This episode was supposed to be aired before his release, but things happen. Here we are. So now I give you Sinner City. So I'm glad to have you here, and
Appreciate you having me.
yeah, Sinner City, right?
Sinner City, man.
Sinner City's in the house. Mindless Sketch, and yeah. So I always want to start off with tell us a little bit about yourself and where'd you start off at, and where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, born and raised in there.
Born and raised.
I'm from Jersey, growing
Okay.
up. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But yeah, that East Coast vibe, that's my vibe, and that's the type of time I'm on with the way I live and the way I do my music.
How'd you start getting into even music in general? Was that too deep for you?
Nah, it's not deep, but it's like how far
You're gonna have to time travel, go
how
back,
far do
right?
you go to what started you? So
Yeah.
I've been in music my whole life as far as just loving the sound of it.
Is it like family influenced?
Yeah, but not in the sense of like musicians, just in the sense of like
Appreciate
everybody appreciated the music. Like everybody has their own artist, so you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
actually value music.
That's right.
So I grew up like that. But in doing that, I had a cousin who used to rap. In my mid-teens, he had a hype man for a show that couldn't make it. So he asked me, he's like, "You can fill in for me?" So I hit the stage with him. And after I hit the stage, I was like, yo, I like this.
You like that feeling, right?
Because I'm on stage rapping his song with him. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I got my own, you know what I mean? So I literally went home and wrote a rap. And then it just became a hobby, not like not a career, but a hobby.
I mean, you seem really chill too.
I'm real chill, man.
So I'm wondering what you like, the hype man, because the hype man usually is like full energy and like.
And this is not me even trying to be funny. I was his hype man, but when we walked off the stage, they thought I was the main artist.
Okay.
Because I don't seem like a hype man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because I don't know. First of all, I didn't even know how to be a hype man. I just knew his songs, so it was
Right.
like. But they thought we were a group, so they thought I was one of the main artists, and I'm like,
all right.
And that's because I was so chill and I wasn't up there really being a hype man. So really,
Yeah.
I did a bad job. But you know what I mean? It's because I was so. It's not my thing, but I just love music, so I was able to fill in that gap for him.
Right.
But yeah, hopping off stage, like this is something I want to do.
Man, and so you went, a lot of artists, they don't get, they kind of like start, in a recording booth or singing and, not really doing performances.
Yeah.
So you went on stage and basically.
If I never did that show, I probably wouldn't be rapping.
That's one.
That's how real.
Right, wow.
It's like, I can picture somebody being like, "Hey man, I got to play tonight. Me and you were just friends, and you just asked me like, yo, can you go over the lines with me?"
Right.
And the person now I'm supposed to do the show with can't make the show, but I helped you go over your lines, so you like, listen, just fill in. We don't have anybody to fill in. And once I hit the stage, I'm like, I want to start acting. It's that type of situation. You know what I mean?
All right. So you had an aha moment.
I had an aha moment, and already loving music,
Right.
like loving it. You know what I mean?
And anybody in your family do music at all?
My cousin's the only musician in my family.
Yeah, see, this is what I wanted to have a conversation. I didn't get to do that yet, but a lot, I usually talk to artists they have family, their mother, their
Somebody,
father,
yeah.
the whole family sings, they all play instruments, like everybody's doing music, everybody plays. But, when you come from a perspective where nobody's an artist or creative, and nobody plays any music, and they don't do that. So then you come from a perspective like you have more of an appreciation for the music.
It's not forced on me.
Yeah.
Because it's around me. It's just like my pops, when he was younger, he used to DJ. So he loved music.
Yeah.
So he just, but I didn't know anything about him DJing. It's just he always playing music around us. You know what I'm saying?
You just like the music.
He just like music. We don't know nothing about him DJing. Him loving music, mom, everybody just loving music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Family get together, we playing music.
That's right.
You know, and I grew up in Brooklyn where we got different kind. You got the reggae, you got the rap, you got the R&B. We talking about the 90s.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So music is at hip hop itself is at one of its highs. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you listen to music and you appreciate it, one can't live without the other. The artist, like we can't all be like musicians. I mean, we could, but I mean, it's good. We appreciate the artist. Got to appreciate the listener and artist. You know, because we can't live
Without the other.
Yeah. So tell me about this. So when did you start writing and producing your first track, and what's leading you up to this your album?
So I put it to you like this. My pops had, so my cousin and my pops had a little thing where they was just like, he was just helping them with the music, whatever. And he had this old studio equipment. So I figured out how to work the equipment and I recorded my first song. That was my first time hearing my voice. So when you writing a song, you rapping, you like, you know, in your head you sound. Yeah. But when you hear yourself, you like, okay, this is how I really sound. Yeah. Maybe I need to change this, or maybe I need to add that, or I like how this. And that's what got me into producing myself. But that's what producing is.
I know the first time I heard my own voice, I was like, is that how I...
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy.
That's what I tell people, like, how you hear things in your head is different.
It's different, completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me start producing, because it's like, that's not what I want to sound like, or this is what I want to sound like. Right. And then you start not even realizing you producing yourself. So a lot of people don't even know that's producing. Anytime you do any edit to music, you producing. Any edit. That's why you get a person who
tweaking things, you're refining it.
You get a person who get a writing lyric, a writing credit, and you like, oh, they only did this, but that one thing changed that whole song.
Right. It could have been that one line or one hook. Yeah, I think we think of value in abundance. Abundance is not value. Value is the measurement of how impactful what that action was. So even if it was a small line, it might have made it a hit. Who knows? But yeah, so all right, so you started producing and you started writing, and what was the next step?
So I linked with a boy of mine from when I was younger, and he made beats. So at this point, I'm just finding beats anywhere. Okay. But when I linked with one of my old homies, now I'm getting beats catered for me. So now I'm making music to the point where it's starting to feel right. Like, okay, I'm not just rapping on beats, I'm making songs.
Right.
And it was just always like, it was always still a hobby at that point. Like, this is not something I was doing since I was a little.
Good.
It's literally a hobby. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And at that point, you get to a point where you get comfortable.
Right.
And when you get comfortable, your music starts making sense. You're not just putting stuff together. Yeah. You creating bodies of work.
I felt like that when I started DJing.
Okay.
For me, it was like, that's no big thing. I have turntables, blah, 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 mixing things. And you just like, it's like pastime, just having fun with it. And then slowly as you get with it, you understand how it works. Right. And you just like, you improve.
And that's what we call the groove. When you find your groove, then it starts to flow, man. It starts to flow. And that's what I did.
And then you start taking bigger risks, right?
Yeah.
So what's the aside from, what's the inspiration around the music that you're writing right now? What kind of vibe are you really setting out
to date, I'm going, which is what I've always been doing, is I'm going off of my life experiences, the people around me, myself, the growth, the things I look back on, you know what I mean? On top of still loving music, which means I love melodies. I love the dramatics in different songs where somebody might have energy, somebody might be low key, somebody gives you a vibe, you know what I mean?
Right.
But also talking about something.
Right.
Giving you some substance too, you know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now.
You have any opinions of this way or that way of like how, I was going to say, the type of, not vibe, but I guess sound that you really want to like put out there with the album that's coming out.
Right. I can say this. The album that's coming out now is geared more towards orchestra tempo. So you're gonna get a lot more instruments, a lot more theatrics, live music, you know what I mean? And not just beat machine.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Is your intention are you doing it that way because your intention is to work with live bands?
My intention it wasn't my intention, but it became part of it. One of the producers on one of my songs I released a couple months ago, he actually plays live music. And we came up with an idea of just him making an actual acapella beat in front of me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this sounds like a live band is doing it. Mm-hmm. It'd be dope if I performed this with a live band, and then I got into the idea with doing, just having some tracks with that feel to it on the album. You know what I mean? Because those type of songs for me, as an artist, help me dig deeper. Because I'm from an era where there's cameras and telling everybody your business wasn't a normal thing. You know what I mean?
No,
you
no.
give them a little bit, not everything. So
There's got to be mystery.
Yeah, so I think with me, when I hear a beat, that makes me feel something, it's easier for me to give something. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because if I hear a party beat, you got a party beat that you can go to and it sounds kind of like popish. So you want to go popish and talk generic stuff. And you got some party beats, which is what we were talking about earlier with house music.
Yeah.
You can have a house beat, because it has that house beat rhythm, it might pour something out of you. And it's still a pop record.
Right.
But you feel something because of the way those instruments are going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I'm going for in this. I want them to feel something. Yeah.
So, what I guess. So where are you perform? Are you performing now? Or do you have anything? Are you do you have music that you're pushing? You already have out right now?
Oh yeah.
People can check out.
Yeah, I dropped the EP. My last EP, which is Soul Bleed, which was my first official EP project. I've always dropped singles, but that was my first official EP project, and I'm proud of it. Because the title is Soul Bleed. It tells itself. Like, I was able to find that balance of showing you who I am, while hopefully what I did was create a vibe. You know what I mean? And the songs I put out after, like Safe or Pluto or, these different records, they are just a continuation of that. And I'm hoping this flows. I hope when you hear this album, you go back to my last EP, and you ever see a second, like the part 2 of a movie?
Right.
And it makes you want to go see part 1,
right,
so you can see them together.
Right.
I want you to do that. I want you to maybe turn it on and be like, let me start from this first project and see what the transition is.
And where can they find that music if they want to check it out?
Any distro platform, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, anything, your Instagram, and just Center City. SINNERCITY.
All right. So now talking about the movie references and how they might want to go back, tell us a little bit about the what is the narrative that we are gonna kind of like expect to hear in it?
You're gonna hear, if you look at it like a movie, on Center City, you're gonna hear different problems I was having. And you're gonna see on this album how those problems either change, develop, or still going on. But it's not gonna be the end of the movie. You get what I'm trying to say?
Got it.
It's not even the climax. That means it's more coming. We need that, because it's not the end.
Is there any particular, I guess, like points that you want to kind of like make with the music that you're putting out?
If you judge me by my project, on this new project, you're gonna see a person who's now figuring out that the world can affect you even if you're not participating in it. I used to think I could stand back, and because I'm out the way, these things it's still going to affect you. And this is showing you how it's affecting me, you know what I'm saying? Or how decisions that I made from back then are affecting me now.
You think you can give us an example, something like a little bit of a scene you could describe for us?
I mean, I got a song. I mean, you can't see it, but
no.
I got a song that'll be on the EP because that's what this would be. But it's called Due Time. That's like a single I put out to kind of preview what's coming. And that's if you hear that song, you'll hear live instruments, you'll hear the horns. But that song, it starts off, if I knew better, promising to God, I swear that I would do better. I just copped the peace to keep it together. That's telling you. That means I'm living now. If I knew better from before, I promise you I would do things better.
Right.
And I keep the peace, which means I got to keep protection for myself to keep the peace. Not for you, but for me.
For you.
And that's to keep it together. Like to still keep this thing going because, you know, I got people I'm responsible for. And at times I feel like if this ship go down with me, the whole ship go down. They suffer. So in order to protect me, in order to protect them, I got to protect me.
That's right.
You feel me?
Yep. Yeah. And the weight of the crown is heavy, you know?
Yeah.
When it comes to life and adversity, like I think as guys, though, I think we have a natural tendency to need to protect, you know? Not even just ourselves, but others.
The people that we love, man.
Yeah, I think, you know, those are some things, common narratives that we always talk about, and especially in music, because, you know, that was just the way it was. When your dad or whoever, you know, I'm dating myself now, but like, you know, America was great. But yeah, so no, my family, my dad, he did a lot, and he never asked for no thank yous. He just did what he did, and, you know, very low key, didn't need much. If he wanted to have a good time, he had a good time. That's all it was. But he worked his ass off, and he never, you know, that money went to my mom, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, myself included, you know, so it's just part of life. And then sometimes there were good times, sometimes there were bad times. And my daddy just never really talked. He just did what he had to do, you know. I think now it gets a little twisted now, because like you got, you know, since now, you know, excuse me, ladies, but, you know, a lot of times you expect a lot from a man, right? And then, you know, it's the same thing. Nothing's changed. The only thing is they're just a lot more vocal about it. You're a lot more vocal about it. The women are. Yeah. You're a lot more vocal about it, and we just hear it more. You know, instead it was just in the house, you know, and then you wouldn't say anything outside of the house.
Right.
But now, that was back then. You didn't say anything out of the house. Like, if anything happened, it stays in the house.
This right here,
stays in the house.
Yeah, man.
Now it's in this house.
Yeah.
This is your new house.
And that house, you know how you go out, even if she do say something outside, tomorrow, I don't got to hear about it again. No. It lives in there.
Forever.
It lives in there, man.
Especially if it's a reel or a comment or whatever.
And get reposted.
Screenshotted. You know, and even back then, you can, even if it, like, back in school, right?
Right.
You live in the town, you move, right?
New person.
Reinvent yourself. You fucked up last time, guess what? You're going to do it right this time, or you fuck it up again, who knows?
Right.
But nobody knows you. You move to another town, you've got a fresh start.
Yeah. Kids can't do that now, probably.
You could move to Japan.
They're going to find a clip.
They're going to find a clip, and they're going to be like, Joe, we know about you.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Isn't this you right here?
That's not you?
Yeah. And that's a lot for them now, man. And it's a lot for whoever now, whether you younger or older, because we still, even though a person like me is like, I'm not used to the camera and all that, I still got to live in that time.
Yeah.
So I'm still dealing with the same thing. And it's a thing, I think, for people. You either do two things. One, you live in it and act like it's not there, which you're just being delusional. Or you accept reality and you learn how to do both. Yeah, it's going to be hard, but you just got to adjust. You don't have a choice.
No, yeah. I think personal responsibility comes with it a lot, right?
Yeah.
You get back when nobody knew nothing, and it stayed on the block or it stayed, like, in the house. Yeah. That's it. Judge Judy lived in the house. Judge Judy's on the street. Whatever, you know, whoever the judging that was being made of, it stayed isolated. But now, you know, and you dealt with it then. Now it's different. So now you're asking the world about what they think about this situation. Oh, you see girls and guys do it too. They're even worse sometimes. Asking, oh, my girlfriend, what do you think? And then he's fucking crying, and it's like, it's just like, why would you do that? Why, it's like, it's like a constant search for like sympathy. It's like,
that's what it is though. Like, nobody around me physically understands me, so let me go out here and find one person that's gonna be like, yeah, man, I feel you, and then I feel a little better. That's what a lot of people do.
That's what it is. And then we're trapped in they're trapped in this idea that that's gonna make them feel better, but then it's just a vicious cycle. It's just never gonna end because they're gonna want that feeling again.
Now you got a whole group of people that you're trying to please that you never even met.
Right.
As you're trying to please somebody you never met, that gotta be crazy. That gotta be stressful, man.
Right.
Like, I can't see you. I can't see your expression. I can't talk about it. I'm just trying to please. It's too much, man.
Yeah. Well, here's my perspective on that.
What's up?
So I'll go back a little bit. Right. So we had something like that. Right.
What?
It's just our circle.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So our circle, whether it's the school, whether it's the crew that we're around, the people that we deal with,
People you work with,
people you work with, all that was our social media stuff, right? So, because if you messed up, everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about it, right? But then they could, vote you off the island, like sort of.
or autocorrect you.
Yeah, or correct you.
Because they still like you, but we just got to fix this once. Yeah.
But you don't go running off to like another town and start trying to, find validation from someone else. You deal with it with the people that you already know. But I guess what I'm saying is the other thing is when you play the sympathy card, right? In the social media and stuff, like, okay, I understand people get hurt, whatever, and we've gone through our struggles. Doesn't make us
nobody's
better.
Jaded.
It's not, it's just like you just stop. You don't. You put more importance on. If you put importance on like healing yourself, then you won't have to do this. You also have to be aware who's around you and who's like talking to you and making you feel good, right? So if you're on social media and you're putting this out and you're looking for people to play the sympathy, playing the sympathy card in there, and they like you because you reflect their damage, right? So they're with you. Same thing is if you hang out with everybody who drinks, everybody who parties, everybody and then you change that, then you start to see who's still with you. You stop, they go away because now they start like, oh, you're too good to hang out, or you don't want to party no more, you don't want to do that. Oh, that's whack. I went through that when I didn't want to go. I don't want to go out no more. I don't want to do these things or whatever. Like and going wild or whatever. So now you change that, and then the people that were your friends before, now they're just like, all right, then. I guess
take it personal. They take it personal instead of you just trying to. That thing you just don't want to deal with. I don't not want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with that thing.
And it's
some people can't separate.
It's like you just trying to fix something. You want to just redirect some energy of yours, and then they just don't get it because they think it's like a personal.
That's a big thing though. With people thinking things are personal. Like, this isn't for you. It's for me. Mm-hmm. Like, realize that. Like, this is really for me, and that's a big thing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, nobody's perfect because there was times when I was younger where I kind of felt like something was personal, and I had to learn like this is for that person. It's just like another thing. Somebody will tell you something, you just feel like you gotta fix the problem. Sometimes people just want to talk. Like, you don't even gotta say anything. Somebody just gotta tell somebody to get it out. Something. They want to hear it out loud. And then go on about their business. Yeah. And you feel like you got to always... I used to be like that. I feel like I just got to fix the problem. Right. When then some people just want to talk. Man.
That's true. But then that probably has to do with people relying on you to fix problems. Yeah, that's probably
what it is. And then you get used to it.
Yeah. So that's why anybody comes up to you, you're like... And he's like, nah, dude, I just wanted somebody to listen. Yeah. That's it.
That's a big thing, though.
Yeah. behaviors, man. But yeah, I think, I like when art comes from personal places, personal opinions, experiences. I think that's where real music comes from, and real passion comes from, is from those type of experiences.
And that's what I want people to feel. I feel like if I deliver this EP the way I want to deliver it and how you accept it, I don't care if it's 5 people out of 5 million that are like, I relate to that. That mean I made this and it equated to something. It has some value now. If I create a project and I do put my heart out there and nobody accepts it, it's valuable to just me.
Sure.
Because it's always going to be valuable to me.
Because it's something you wanted to make. But if you liked what you made.
Exactly. But if I put this out and I don't care if only one person, that means this is a value to somebody, which means I added value to the world.
Right.
Just one thing of value.
Right.
And I'm cool with that because I'm telling you some real stuff. I'm human. There's no way nobody is not going to, not one person is going to understand this. And that's what makes me keep creating. Somebody heard So Bleed. I'm not going to lie to you. Somebody heard So Bleed. And they were like, I'm not sure if you heard this song. I got a song called Pain. And they heard Pain. And they were like, yo, that's crazy because and they DM me and I'm like, that felt good. Like this got to somebody. So Bleed, Pain got to somebody. You know what I mean? And that's a feeling that I like. And that's what keeps me writing. And that's a part of the motivation for this new project. And this is So Bleed too. Watch when you get it. You heard?
There you go. There you go. So tell them where they're going to be able to find this.
You're going to find So Bleed on iTunes, your Apple Music, your Spotify, every distro.
You're dropping a whole album, right?
Whole EP.
Okay, whole EP.
Whole EP.
How many tracks altogether?
This is going to be 8.
8 tracks, all right.
It's going to be 8. You're going to get Due Time. Go check out Due Time. It's out on every platform. Videos out on YouTube. Go check out Due Time. Due Time is going to be on there. And
where can they go to support you?
Go to my Instagram / True Sin. True Sin is the brand. You know, it's the umbrella into which Center City myself falls under. You know what I mean? True Sin just embodies the person who feels like I'm going to walk outside and not have my shell up and try to be somebody I'm not. I'm going to show you my true self. And I'm Sin, so it's True Sin. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So it's under that umbrella. But it's and that's the brand. I got, we rock the clothing and all that. But you go to the Instagram / True Sin _Sin, and you can find everything on there. And the album should be dropping, fingers crossed, mid-March, no later than the end of March.
All right. So if you could give any advice to any upcoming artist that's out there, somebody trying to get into their artistry, what would you say to them?
I don't want to sound cliche and say be the real you, but it's the truth. Like, be the you are when the doors close in your art. I know we have to maneuver in the world and be different versions of ourselves just to get through the day sometimes. But in your art, be the real you, because that's the part that's going to connect with the public. Because it's always going to be art, no matter where you do it. But if you wanted to connect to the public, be the real you, because I promise it's always going to tell a story. And that's something I found out late.
Yeah, well, you figured it out.
I did figure it out.
You figured it out.
Yeah, man.
So you heard it here. Thanks for being on the show and making it out. I'm excited to hear the EP,
for sure.
And I really look forward to listening to it and the whole production and
for sure
what kind of movie it is. I'm sure it's a lot of action and intrigue. And it's been mysterious because you've been very vague about the whole project. So it's
we gotta leave something for you to want to hear.
It's a secret.
You heard?
You're gonna find out, man. We're gonna find out. So what's the date it's coming out again?
March 16th.
March 16th.
Cross your fingers.
16th. All right. So again, hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow him. Make sure you listen, Sin City, and hey man, stay creative.
Peace. Appreciate you, man.